Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, innies, outies and in-betweeners, my name's Dan. Welcome back to another PAP Reports. It's Wednesday, June the 24th, 2020. An unnamed police sergeant from Devon and Cornwall Police is under IOPC investigation after it emerged that he had shared an altered image of George Floyd in a WhatsApp group. The image is said to have been shared in the group chat on the 30th of May, just 5 days after Floyd's death at the hands of the Minneapolis Police Department. The sergeant has been suspended and is being investigated for gross misconduct in relation to the image, while some other members of the group are also under investigation for their alleged response to the image or their apparent failure to report the matter. Catherine Evans, Regional Director for the IOPC, said it will be of considerable public concern that such an image was apparently shared amongst colleagues by a serving police officer. We are criminally investigating the sergeant who allegedly shared the image and examining the conduct of some others involved in the group. Our investigators will be considering whether the sharing of this image was motivated by racial discrimination. Devon and Cornwall Police has rightly promptly referred it to the IOPC, and I would like to assure people we are conducting a thorough and independent investigation. Assistant Chief Constable Jim Nye said Devon and Cornwall Police wholly appreciate the concern of communities will have regarding an investigation of this kind. I would reassure them that I and the Chief Constable will do everything possible to ensure the matter is dealt with effectively and in a timely manner. It would be inappropriate to make any judgment or further comment at this stage, but it is only right that we show openness and transparency with our communities on this matter. So we'll continue to work closely with the IOPC during the coming days and weeks. A Greater Manchester Police Constable has been jailed at Liverpool Crown Court after he appeared on Monday facing charges of 2 counts of misconduct in a public office and 1 count of breaching Section 1 of the Computer Misuse Act 1990. The charges followed an investigation by Greater Manchester Police's Anti-Corruption Unit, which led to PC Christopher Taylor being suspended in March 2019. Taylor admitted to reportedly contacting prostitutes whilst on duty before meeting up with one, using the services of other sex workers on a number of occasions over the course of a year, and carrying out over 700 searches of secure information. Those searches included information on family and friends, other police officers, organised crime group members and people believed to be sex workers. 36-year-old Taylor was found guilty and was sentenced to 8 months in prison. And you thought I was going to say suspended then, didn't you? PC Scott Alcock from Norfolk Constabulary appeared at Norwich Magistrates Court just before the weekend, where he admitted 5 charges of theft and fraud and theft by employee. Alcock worked as the parts officer for Norfolk Police, with his role being to order equipment for the upkeep of police vehicles. He decided it would be a good idea to steal parts from the workshop and sell them on eBay to earn a little extra cash, until an undercover colleague brought some of the items. Alcock worked for the force for 18 years until undercover police brought a tyre inflation kit from him on eBay. After being caught out, Alcock resigned. Although there was no prison, he was ordered to pay the court £1,439, including a £1,000 fine and £194 in compensation to Norfolk Police. Police Service of Northern Ireland Constable 36-year-old Paul Leonard is to stand trial after being accused of stealing prescription drugs. Leonard is accused of stealing a box of diazepam 30mg tablets and unlawfully possessing them. It is further alleged he stole a box labelled dihydrocodeine. Both matters, which date back to 19th of December 2016, involve alleged thefts from the Police Service of Northern Ireland. Leonard appeared by video link at Dungannon Crown Court from his solicitor's office, where he replied not guilty to each of the charges as they were read out. Due to current restrictions, it is unknown when the trial will take place, but a review has been suggested to take place in September. Leonard was bailed pending a future trial date being decided. Now, after Greater Manchester Police refused to shut down an illegal rave last week, which resulted in the death of 1 man, the assault of a woman and the stabbing of 3 others, and after issuing warnings that they will not be tolerating any further illegal gatherings to take place by closing roads down and making statements such as how harshly they're going to be dealing with people attending the raves, which led to them not taking action over another illegal gathering, which unfortunately ended with 2 people losing their lives after being shot, Greater Manchester Police have now issued a statement to explain why they didn't shut down the Moss Side Street party. Assistant Chief Constable Chris Sykes said police did not shut down the gathering on Caythorpe Street because there was no specific criminal activity when officers attended earlier that evening, even though they made such a song and dance about how bad it will be for those attending such gatherings only days before. Even Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham changed his tune and has now insisted that the gathering was not an illegal rave, although it was an illegal gathering based on the definitions that Greater Manchester Police gave just days prior. There also would have been public order offences too, and certainly breach of the peace, as multiple residents called in to complain. The Assistant Chief Constable leading a press conference on Monday said that there were 2 gatherings in Moss Side on Saturday, a community event held earlier in the day, followed by a separate spontaneous gathering around the corner later on. Sykes clearly forgot his previous statement about the gathering being policed and not allowed, as he said it would have been wrong to be disproportionate or to clamp down in one part of our community and not elsewhere. That spontaneous gathering, which took place later on, we did receive reports from it, we did respond and look at what we had, he said. We spoke to some people in the area there. There was no specific criminal activity that we saw. There was a gathering of people. We have to be really proportionate, and sometimes it's not achievable to safely disperse every group of people that are gathering. Based on the numbers you have got and what is going on, you make an assessment. And it would have been unachievable in our view on that to disperse that in an effective way. Sykes also said that there were tens and tens of people, not hundreds and hundreds of people at the party. But yet, even though there were so many fewer than the thousands that went to attend the gathering last week, they still failed to act. No arrests have been made yet over the deaths of 2 of the men at the gathering. Now, with all that said, it seems that Merseyside police were able to deal with tens of people the same weekend after police were given intelligence that an illegal gathering was to take place in Southport. It's been said that around 70 people were heading to the location and police were able to intercept them and prevent the gathering from taking place. Sefton Police posted on Facebook, "This weekend officers acting on intelligence were able to stop a group of around 70 people going onto the beach at Weld Road in Southport for what is believed to have been an organised illegal rave. With more warm weather forecast for the rest of the week, including the hottest day of the year so far, we will continue to monitor our beaches and parks for similar activity which can lead to disorder." Just remember guys, if you're looking at planning an illegal rave, make sure there's enough of you going for the police to shit themselves and not step in and stop it. In Monday's report, we spoke about 35-year-old PC Jonathan Reynolds, who used excessive force on Jamie Cruz after arresting him by spraying him with incapacitance spray and pushing him with enough force for Cruz to fall over whilst handcuffed. A misconduct hearing has now heard that PC Reynolds pushed the suspect into the corner of a wall and said to him, "You're a cheeky fuck." Cruz suffered bruising to his wrists during the incident, which took place in May last year after he had been arrested outside the Castle Vaults pub for being drunk and disorderly. Well, after the misconduct hearing, PC Reynolds is now no longer PC Reynolds, but rather ex-PC Reynolds after he was shown the door. Reynolds has also been convicted of 2 counts of assault and is awaiting a date for sentencing at Swansea Magistrates Court. Now, being a Magistrates Court, it's likely going to be a fine only. Magistrates Courts can only jail people for up to 6 months generally, but as this is a cop, that's not likely going to happen, so I'm predicting a fine. Lancashire Police have issued a statement over the White Lives Matter banner that was flown over the Etihad Stadium last week, attached to a Cessna aeroplane. The incident was said to have been investigated by police for any criminality after complaints from people of being offended. Jake Heppel from Lancashire is said to have been identified as the pilot of the Cessna after he posted to his Facebook page a photo of the plane and wrote, "I'd like to take this time to apologise to absolutely fucking nobody. It's now apparently racist to say White Lives Matter the day after 3 white people got murdered in a park in Reading, but all we've seen on the TV is Black Lives Matter after George Floyd got murdered. What a mad world we live in." However, Lancashire Police have said that after assessing all of the information available surrounding the incident, the force had concluded that there are no criminal offences that have been disclosed at this time. We will continue to work with our partners at the football club and within the local authority. Paradigm Precision, Burnley, who make aerospace components, said that they employ a man who is reported to have claimed responsibility for the stunt and told the Guardian newspaper it was investigating after being made aware of an incident involving one of its employees, adding that he was on furlough leave when the incident occurred. 30-year-old Chantel Bennett and 28-year-old Rebecca Tantrum, who really lives up to her name, have been spared jail at Cardiff Crown Court over a vicious hammer attack because of police delays in bringing the case to court. The woman lashed out at Paul Sutton after he grabbed their dog's lead after it had bitten him in an attempt to try and control the dog. It's said that the woman became enraged when Sutton took hold of the animal's lead in a bid to control it. Mr. Roberts, prosecuting, said Chantel Bennett was shouting at Mr. Sutton, "Let go of my dog." She was screaming at him. She approached him with a bottle in her hand, and she was indeed trying to hit his partner with the bottle. Mr. Sutton pushed her to the back of the neck and to the floor. The prosecutor said that Bennett smashed a bottle of Desperados before her girlfriend came towards the victim with a hammer. During the incident, Bennett shouted, "Go on, whack him," and her girlfriend said, "I'm going to kill you." The incident was caught on CCTV, and both women admitted actual bodily harm, and Tantrum also admitted possession of offensive weapon and cannabis. Judge Jeremy Jenkins said the attack happened almost a year ago and the women hadn't been charged sooner, adding each of these defendants deserves to go immediately into custody for their violent behaviour. This delay is solely due to the fact that despite the police having the incident captured live on CCTV, they did nothing and released the defendants under investigation. That has led to an unconscionable delay in the proceedings, which means that because of it, the court now finds it would be unjust to send them immediately into custody for offending, which is 12 months old. This is happening time and time again, and the general public, who sometimes criticise the courts and judges for what they consider to be light sentences, should be aware of the reason why. Bennett was handed a 10-month suspended sentence and Tantrum a 12-month suspended sentence. Sergeant Michael Grigg from Hertfordshire Police has been charged with sexual activity with a child and is facing his magistrates' court hearing today. Hertfordshire Police have said the allegation relates to an offence alleged to have taken place between 2007 and 2012. Sergeant Grigg, formerly of Hatfield, has been suspended from duty and is due to appear before Oxford Magistrates' Court on Wednesday. He was arrested as part of an independent Office for Police Conduct investigation conducted by Hertfordshire Constabulary Safeguarding Command. Sergeant Grigg was charged on the 22nd of April and released on conditional bail ahead of his first court appearance. I will of course bring you the outcome to this once I have it. Junior police constables from Cumbria Police have been issued management advice after being found to have breached social distancing rules during a piss-up. It follows an incident believed to have taken place on the 12th of June at the home of one of the constables. A group of police constables based at Workington Police Station were having a private party when a neighbour complained that they were in breach of social distancing regulations. Police were called to investigate the incident, although no fines were actually issued. The constables, who have not been named, surprise surprise, later received formal management action. Cumbria Police said that it was not a criminal matter, but confirmed that the staff involved had received formal management action. In a statement, a spokesman said, we were made aware of a social gathering where some of our staff were failing to adhere to social distancing guidance. This is not a criminal matter, but the staff concerned have received formal management action for failing to adhere to the standards we expect of them. Hertfordshire Police Constable PC Stephen Dalton has been charged with ABH over an incident that took place last year and which has been being investigated by the IOPC. That charge relates to an incident in Watford on October 4th, 2019, where a man reportedly sustained injuries to his face following his arrest. The IOPC investigation was completed in February 2020 and the evidence was referred to the Crown Prosecution Service. The CPS then assessed the evidence and decided there was enough to charge PC Dalton. The first hearing was due to take place at St Albans Magistrates Court yesterday, June 23rd, but as yet I've not been able to find the update on that outcome. Very big thank you to all of the channel supporters, especially channel Patreon supporters. Of course, your support is truly appreciated. And that's all I have for you today. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts below, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police, and of course, other officials. Good night, all. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like the content and you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so. In the description of every video there are some links to ways that you're able to help support the channel so I can continue putting out content. If you're unable to help us in that way, hit that subscribe button up the top there. If you haven't already, become a subscriber. That is support enough. Share the videos, comment, like, it all helps. If you're looking for something else to watch, up top there is my latest video. Down the bottom there is a video that YouTube recommends for you.